Hello everyone and welcome back to Age of Mythology Divine Edition. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive at Tsathoggua. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's kind of difficult with the Eldritch names. The first and most important thing about Tsathoggua is his myth unit. The Formless spawn is a pretty pathetic unit on its own, but if you train a bunch of them and garrison them inside, you can see that the damage is quite impressive. They deal 5 crush damage and 4 hack damage by themselves, but each one of them contributes twice that amount when garrisoned. However, there is something of a trade-off here, as when they're by themselves, they're easy to kill and then splinter. And you have to micro properly to put them all back into one of them again so they can have maximum damage efficiency. This can also lead them to their own demise, as if you have a whole bunch of them inside one of them, giving it truly ludicrous damage per second, and then it dies. Oh wait, no, I still need more of them. It's worth noting the number that you need decreases if you have a whole bunch of units around it, so I could, bring in a bunch of other units to sort of station them around here. If they're contained, essentially, and one of them dies, no, it still placed them all. Well, in certain circumstances, probably with a lot more buildings and a lot more things in the area, if you have a whole bunch of them, they get surrounded, they get killed, there's not enough room to place them all, so they all die. So you have to be careful about that and not let them get truly surrounded by enemy military. But all in all, they're very good siege weapons. They also regenerate HP slowly overall. Yeah, I can make this work. Just let's build. No, you're gonna get in there. Yeah, let's build something else here. There we are. That's what it is. So if they're surrounded enough, then you'll get the message no room to unload from Formless spawn, and they will all die. There is a way around this, but this is actually intentional, because Formless spawn can be pretty damn broken, since they only take 2 population. If you have, say, 20 of them inside of one another, they can take down a town center in no time at all. So it's good that they have some form of mass killing counterplay. Cultists of Tsathoggua can turn into forms of blood, which essentially are bombs. So they turn into this form, they are basically unkillable, they last for a couple of seconds, and then die, dealing damage to everything, all enemy units in the area. 3 of them, I believe, will kill a villager. So if you make 3 of them, turn them into the form of blood by an enemy villager, and chase them around a bit, if the enemy doesn't notice, the enemy will die. That can be quite handy. Anyways, also the voice of Tsathoggua can empower Twisted Spires, military centers, and Twisted Statues, in addition to being able to heal Twisted Statues. Let's send these guys forward so that we can actually have a proper test of the god power. Tsathogua's technologies are Lusts of Clockash Ton, which improves voice hit points and is quite expensive, and Basalt Construction, which improves building house armor and makes houses free and much easier to build. This can be quite helpful for their ritual, so if I build... I'll just train a couple more. If I build a bunch of them here and unlock the ritual of the Vormi, well, not going to use it quite yet because of training. That gives us more time to have these units come around, and I can build then a Tainted Town Center. Whoops, no, that's going to be a regular town center. I built it with townsfolk. Let's see if it turns into a regular one or not. Usually if you overlay it, it works, but sometimes Age of Mythology is a little bit glitchy with socket buildings. Yeah, you would have had to delete it. Anyways, let's build a bunch of twisted statues by the opponent's base. Hopefully there will be some units eventually. Well, let's just build them. There we are. Alright, and now using the god power, we see that all of our twisted statues now have the ability to fire lightning. So you can build several of these in defense or in offense or wherever you like, and then use the god power when enemy units show up. This does also block god powers. So it is technically possible for you to continually research this, even though it has a downtime of 60 seconds. You can spend half the game blocking god powers if you want. So there isn't much practical purpose in doing that. Anyways, now let's do the Ritual of the Vormi. The Ritual of the Vormi creates an explosion inside of each house, and then Vormi's warriors are unleashed upon the world. Vormi's warriors are very weak myth units, but you get a bunch of them for each house. They do vastly reduced damage to villagers, though, so it's not as useful for actually killing a villager. Though, of course, if surrounded by a bunch of them, it will kill them. And they don't last forever. But this is a very good way of causing all of your enemies' houses to spontaneously die. And this does synergize quite well with basalt construction, because since houses are free now, you could, if you so desired, build a bunch of them by the enemy, then destroy them, essentially, and then have a whole bunch more Vormi's warriors spawn. Yeah, they're killing all of our towers. Let's use the power again, just why not? It's not gonna kill them all before taking down the towers. Anyways, that is Tsathoggua. Hope you have a good day.